Hey guys, so we thought we would do a little pop-up video of just telling funny stories or whatnot. And
one funny story in particular.
A couple of years ago.
Well, let's tell them what we're telling them.
Quite so many. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Scarlett went on a very infamous date. We still talk about it. I'll never forget the phone call after it was over. She wouldn't even hardly tell me the details. She wouldn't tell me except like main snippets from it right after it happened. So I'll probably hear some new details here in a second too. But this date was probably the worst date that I've ever heard of from somebody that I know personally. So anyway, here we go.
It's like Disaster Date on MTV.
Oh,
that show a couple of years ago. It was like that kind of
thing. It was like so bad that it's a wonder she probably thought I set this up as a prank.
But anyway, mistake number one, I met the guy on Facebook. Never do that, okay?
Are you going to tell his name?
No, maybe.
Oh.
I'm going to say his first name, but
okay.
I'm not going to say his
that's
second name.
All you need to know is the first name.
And it's a food.
I didn't believe it whenever she first told me. Like, I thought she was joking. I really did. Because she had told me before that she was going to go out on a date with this guy she met on Facebook named... Well, what was it?
Oh my god, I just drank tea and now I'm going to...
Do you want me to say it?
Wait. Alfredo. Okay.
Oh god. Okay, yes. Alfredo, like the food. And that was my reaction. Once I figured out that she wasn't joking, that was my reaction.
And she was like, oh my god, Scarlett, you went out with a noodle!
Well, technically it's a sauce, but...
What? It's so a noodle. No, it's...
an Alfredo sauce.
Google it right now.
We ate it today. That's what we had on our chicken. It was Alfredo sauce.
I think it's a noodle. Well, you called him a noodle anyway.
Whatever. Noodles.
Because
sauces.
he was so... Yeah. Anyway.
So, and also, tell when this was, roundabout.
I think it was definitely in the summer. I think it was 2011, 2012. So it's been at least a good 4 to 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And anyway,
so start us from the very beginning. Start at the very beginning of you and Alfredo. Your whole history here.
Just messaged each other on Facebook, and he just wanted to know if he could meet me and go out with me. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm excited. So we met at the at an art gallery, and we walked to this little diner, and I had the most strange. Do not make me pee on myself right now.
I won't. I just want to hear the story.
But the way you laugh makes me...
I'm sorry.
God,
okay,
it's so funny.
I won't laugh.
You're here. It's... Okay. And I had this pink, like, ruffle belly dance skirt on. Like, it was theater costume wear. And I used to wear those. I thought they were very festive. And then I had, like, these... like, you know, like the moccasin house shoes that have, like, the fuzz...
Yeah, I used to have a pair of those.
I was wearing that and a little shirt, of course a shirt. And we were walking to the diner or whatever, and we had to cross the highway, and he ran off and left.
And that's just the beginning. That was like the first 5 minutes of this date.
Oh my god,
I'm going to go to the
bathroom. Oh my god, okay. And he ran off and left me, and I'm so stupid. Like, I kept talking. I was like, wait for me, and I was running after him.
That Alfredo was getting away from you.
Oh my god. And then when we got in, oh, here's a cup. I was drinking whatever, and I had this, I don't know, it's like something came over me, and I went like this, like, you know when people who's drank out of this?
Me.
Okay. I was like making your eyes like really big.
You were like looking at him over the cup.
I was like this. And what was so stupid about it is that he said, "Please don't do that."
Oh my god. All right.
So
dinner continues.
I said sorry and put the cup down. And then he, let's see, what else did he do? He called me an a-hole.
During dinner.
Yeah.
So what did you do that made him?
I don't know. Maybe I was just an American. Yeah, I said it. Say something. Yeah.
Okay, what else?
He's okay. And he was foreign.
So yeah, he's like cussing you during dinner, running off without you. Okay, were there any other memorable points in the restaurant?
I wanted. He was insanely hot, and I was.
That's why she went out with him. I'm
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it was nothing else, but he was just hot. And I was like, "Arr!" And I wanted, and as bad as it occurred, when we like walked back to the car and stuff like that, and said goodbye to each other, I wanted to see him again.
After all that.
Because I'm so stupid. Yeah, because he's insanely beautiful, and I wanted to see him again. He wouldn't see me again. And I kept waiting for him to either like hug me goodbye or kiss me, like how most dates end. And he never did. And he kept backing away from me. And he kept looking in my eyes, and he said, "You're so pretty." And then as he was
backing away.
Yeah.
You're so pretty. Talk about mixed signals.
And then a couple of years, I didn't tell you this, but a couple of years ago, like after that date, something had happened and he wound up in jail. And he called me from jail a couple of years later.
No, like
yeah.
a collect call from
Yeah.
jail? Oh my God.
And what was so funny about it was he called and apologized to me.
Really?
He said, "I'm really sorry with the way I treated you, and
Wow.
you're a better person than that," and just going on and on. And it really meant a lot to me, whether he meant it
Wow.
or not. But he did.
I can't believe he did it years later.
Yeah. And he even remembered my number apparently.
Wow.
And he called and he apologized, so that really meant a lot to me. It was like the
That's
worst
good.
date ever.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you some things that I remember about this, her telling me about this date. So I remember when she's like, yeah, there's this guy named Alfredo, and Alfredo, God.
Hispanic. He was Hispanic.
Okay.
Can't forget
and
that.
she's like, we're going to go out on this date. And I was like, oh, well, call me and let me know, like right afterwards, you got to call me. Well, I was expecting good news, of course.
Because he was hot. He was insanely
She was
beautiful.
so excited, and I was excited for her.
I was very attracted to him.
Well, then, so I remember we talked later that night, and I was like, tell me about the date, how'd it go? And she was like, not good. And then she starts telling me, she's like, he just ran off and left me, and he laughed at me, and he called me bad words over dinner. And I remember just being shocked. Like, I said, well, why did you stay there? Why did you stay and continue eating? Like, why didn't you just get up and leave? If somebody had called me a name during dinner, I would have been up and gone.
I was embarrassed and shocked, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll just let this roll off, because he's insanely hot. I kept going back to that plate. I was like, he's
so
really
hot.
hot.
He's got to be a nice person.
And then I was like, huh. And when we tried to pay for he paid for my food.
Mm-hmm.
But he was hesitant. I think he was getting ready to ask me. No, but I think he did ask me if I wanted a separate tab.
Really?
And I was like, "What do you think?" He's like, I'll just pay for it."
Wow. And then I don't know if you remember this part or not.
I probably don't. I probably blocked it
After
out.
this, I remember talking to you, and you were upset, and like you didn't want to talk for a while, and you were like, I gotta go. I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed. I was like, okay, I understand after a day like that. Over the course of the next few days, I'm almost 100% sure that he called your house and your mother talked to him.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I remember you telling me about that, and I was like, oh no.
No, she called him. She said,
Oh,
"Let me have his number." Like, she went ghetto. Like, and she called him and was like, "Yeah, is this Alfredo?" Oh God, it was so stupid. And she kept like, "And the next girl you go out with, don't you treat her like that?" And blah blah blah. Like, she was going off.
Hey, you know what? He deserved it.
Yes.
After that, he really did. Usually, I don't think it's a good idea for a mom to intervene, but in that case, he deserved it.
That's right.
All right,
So I guess that concludes the story, and
yeah.
keep watching and please subscribe.